Hey friends, I want to walk you through this project of the secretary desk that I was given. It's old and it had layers and layers of paint. You can see it all over the hardware, all over the decorative elements, even a bonus sticker there at the top. I took this project on because it really needed some TLC, it needed to be salvaged, maybe call it a rescue. But I had to get all the layers of paint off. That was going to be the biggest challenge. In order to do that, I needed to take it apart one piece at a time, and then using a heat gun, slowly scrape off all the layers of paint. You can see here the first thing I tackled was the drawer. It's got that rope design on there. All that paint had to go as well. Next thing I tackled was doors, but here's take a look at all this layers of paint on the side of the drawer as well. It definitely had been through a lot of layers of paint. I took out the little organizer in the desk area. I also noticed that there needed to be some gluing to re-secure all some panels. Just, it wasn't very stable. Here is the mirror frame that I also removed all the paint on. Just layers of love and hard work. And all those dental teeth had to be cleaned out. You can see here I'm using a rotary tool with a little wire brush to help get it all out. The front panel of the desk had to be done. Here's the door, scraping all that paint. You can see all the scraps of paint laying around from the heat gun. I used a paint scraper and other tools to help get that paint off, and then eventually used a sander to sand off the final smooth finish on the wood. The goal here was not to restain it, but to simply make it a better canvas for paint. Here it is. All the pieces have finally been done. I did sand the inside where you can see the grain just to smooth it out. It didn't have as many layers of paint. There's the two knobs. I used hot water and vinegar, boiled that paint off, and then cleaned it up really good. Everything that was metal needed to be cleaned. Here's the hinges, the little tabs to hold the shelves up, the lock. Then I tackled these shelves. I don't know what they used, but the varnish and the lacquer was so thick, I finally was able to get it all sanded off so I could restain it. Here's the 4 shelves ready for paint. And I used Dixie Belle's No Paint Gel Stain American Honey. Here's kind of how the different things looked in my studio, laid out, painted. There's the shelves in place. They're looking great. I had about 3 locations where keyhole decorative elements were missing, and I'd used wood you bend moldings for those. And once I painted them, I also used some gold gilding wax to shine them up. I actually had an extra handle around, so I put a hole in the door and added that handle. All the window needed to be scraped. They just painted right on the glass, so all that had to be scraped off. And wow, here's the finished result. Look how beautiful that is. I kept the original color for the most part. Well, I went from white to a cream, and then on the inside I used a nice dark teal. It looks so good. All the gold gilding wax and popped of gold on it looks really great. It's ready for another 100 years. I'm glad I was able to put the time into it, and I'm ready to see where it's going to go next. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments what you think.